Sorry about that. So Mr. Fantano released a video on the AI SLOP apocalypse. This name is sloppy. Let's go for it.
Alright, hey everyone, it's Anthony Fantano, the internet's busiest music nerd. I don't mean to scare you in this video, but I actually do. I intend to freak you out a little bit. I want you going pee-pee in your diapers. Not out of a need or a desperation to further feed into the internet outrage economy. Lord knows there's enough of that already, and we all gotta do it sometimes, okay guys? We all gotta do it. No, this is like more vitally important because there's a storm coming that I need you guys to be prepared for. Whether
Yo, honestly, this is the craziest. Somebody has to uh, do a report on this song. No way. A 2 minute, that's pretty short. This is good. Matty Balls. I think we're gonna listen to this one afterwards. But I mean, the song was super freaking dope. 5.7 million views. I think it's this one here. And the outrage. The freaking outrage of people when they learned that it was made with AI. And so the song was re-recorded with women vocals, and it doesn't hit the same. That's the wildest shit. It doesn't hit the same. So I mean, you got your Spotify playlist on shuffle, it's running, and then you get this new song, and I mean, it's good. You listen to it and it just sounds like the rest of the music you listen to. At first, this is gonna be great. I mean, what's the point, right? Why does it matter? Honestly, just a consumer standpoint. Why does it even matter if it's made by AI or not? I like the song, it's a banger. Let's go. But this is all for short-term gains, right? The thing is, if this comes into play and there's enough people giving up on music, you're gonna have this replacement, right? But after a year or two or three or five or 10, you're gonna start noticing that it all sounds the fucking same. And then you're gonna get like a renaissance of music artists. So let's just have a quick listen to this fucked up song. It's so good. Plus the video edits people were doing with this song were so hard, pretty cool. Like honestly, this whole part, there's a little bit of piano, there's a little build up coming up. How could you ever tell that this was made by AI, right? But it is
Lately,
scandalous.
there has been
It is scandalous.
whether that be like a literal preparedness that allows you to function through the oncoming AI apocalypse, the slopocalypse, the slop apocalypse,
Yeah, that's why I didn't say that, bro.
the slopocalypse, the slopocalypse. Here's the thing: the main
Yo, I
brains,
would
the
love myself some sloppy lips.
main maestros who we have covered on this channel, be it Suno or Udio, the guys who are really like at the forefront of all of this bullshit terrible, trash, garbage AI music that you see just flooding the internet right now. These companies, for a minute, have been locked into a very vital lawsuit with the major labels because it was pretty fucking obvious these platforms were using major label music to train their AI programs and interfaces.
And if they did that, now we have Anna's archive, who stole uh, effectively about 300 terabytes of Spotify music. It wasn't all music data, but I think they had like I don't know, 90 million songs. That's a lot.
And in some
Oh yeah, and Anna's archive, they were actually they're offering access to the data that they have to train LLM models if they provide tens of thousands in dollars of donation. Anna's archive LLM donation, and we got this is enterprise level access that we can provide for donations in the range of tens of thousands USD. We're also willing to trade this for high quality. And honestly, the thing is, I think they removed this from their website. Are they down? Are they done? Oh, they got got. They got got. No fucking way. Yo, Spotify didn't fuck around. Bro, this shit is all too old. What do we do? What do we do? Let's try this here, right? Let's see if we can find. Most likely, this is not gonna be a. Yo, this has been updated today. Yo, that's odd. Uh, yeah, organization. Yo. It's been updated today. That's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. These are some weird domain servers. I don't want to go there. I want to go to Google. I want to go to Google. I mean, okay, this provider would maybe make sense for another archive if they're priding themselves on privacy. Bro, that's crazy. Did Anna's archive fall today and we're ahead of the announcement? Shit.
some cases, like spitting out carbon copy music of certain artists' works, or even just like, their voices. That lawsuit has actually sort of ended recently in a settlement. A settlement and what is essentially a licensing deal. Guys, this is not good. I stress this is not good because when you see the fine print and the articles and the coverage around this settlement, this whole agreement isn't to bring Suno and Udio to heal and put them in a position where they're, going to be operating at a point of weakness. No, Suno, Udio, probably any other up and coming AI music generation platform and the majors are going to start working together hand in hand. These platforms are going to be operating in a way now with major label support and permission, which means what we have been seeing so far is only going to get worse. I know.
I mean, I said it. I What I said was that if nothing happens to Anna's archive because of their offering to train the LLM models, if nothing were to happen to them, it would have meant that the record labels are 100% in bed with the LLM companies.
That there has been a lot of super mediocre and terrible AI music coming out as of late. And I kind of theorize that part of the reason that is that settlement, that agreement, the end to that lawsuit hadn't quite arrived yet. So Suno and Udio and similar platforms were afraid of having their platforms drop output that essentially sounded too much alike the music that was on these labels that they were getting sued by. But now that things have been settled, we are at a point where once Suno, Udio, and the major labels are just ready to let her fucking rip and allow these platforms and their users to just carbon copy, create as much major label artist music as they want, just to their heart's desire, it's going to be an absolute fucking bloodbath on the internet. Maybe bloodbath is the wrong word. I think like Mount St. Helens style disaster is maybe like more appropriate of a comparison here. Because what you're likely going to experience on social media is going to be a lot like an ash cloud that not only makes it impossible to breathe and exist, but you won't even see your own hand in front of your face because the tidal wave of AI slop you are going to be just absolutely bashed over the head with no matter what corner you turn. It's going to be all.
Yeah, yeah, because there is monetization. We saw you're gonna see this everywhere. There's a pipeline for slop and a certain road to monetization.
Almost impossible to avoid. Like, let's say you're a really impassioned member of the Lady Gaga fandom, the Little Monsters. The major labels and the slot merchants that are going to be using these platforms, they're not going to be able to help themselves. Any metric by which you would keep track of your favorite artist's work and, artistic trajectory is going to be flooded with morons just making one bullshit fake copy Lady Gaga song after another and basically copy and paste for any other major top 40 artist that you can name. And look, even if you're not somebody who listens to a whole lot of chart topping music, this stuff is going to flood your feeds too. It's going to be in your face day in, day fucking out. And it's going to be getting algorithmically pushed because one, people are going to hate it. And the more hate that it gets, the more people are going to engage with it and the more the algorithm's going to throw it in your face. There's also two, going to be morons who like it, which is also going to juice it as well. And number.
I mean, yeah, that's the main one. People are going to like it. They're not going to be able to tell the difference between music and the radio right now and slop, which is a little telling.
Number three, all the billionaires connected to this whole AI thing, which is just five fucking corporations in a trench coat. They too want it to be successful because they're all
Isn't it like
invested in it,
seven?
which is another reason social media and big tech is going to continue shoving it down your throat. And if you think other mediums of entertainment don't also have this very same.
Oh, it is. It is right now. C'est quoi? Can we find one right now? Documentary? Hmm. Probably not. Der Kommandant. Probably not. This looks alright. But it was pretty evident.
Same future coming around the corner. They very much do, because Disney as well just inked a similar deal with an AI generation platform, essentially greenlighting the idea that once they've figured out what the monetization process is going to be, their various intellectual properties, of which they own many, can be endlessly slopified so long as they're getting, a bit of the residuals at the end of the day. So, guys, look, I don't come on here to be super doomer or super negative or like portray things as darker than they need to be. My intention here is not to upset you. And I'm not even coming on here to claim and say that, like, I have all the answers and I guarantee this is all going to happen and it's really bad and all we need to do is this to prevent it. I don't have that answer. I don't have that silver bullet. I am sorry. Even as me being Uncle Music himself, I don't know. I
Oof.
really don't know. All of
Can I
this
be
shit,
Uncle Tech?
unfortunately, is being forced upon me as well as you. And if there's any answer to any of this, we're just going to have to find a way communally to create hubs and spaces, safe spaces
This is gonna happen
online where
naturally.
people are able to essentially weather this oncoming
This is gonna happen naturally. People are gonna turn back to human-made music. There, I mean, this is gonna just happen naturally.
storm. Let's say, like, digitally speaking, AI fallout shelters where people with actually functioning
You're actually gonna see more tolerance to people having mistakes while doing music. Just human errors. This is gonna be okay because you're gonna lose all that smoothness that the AI brings, and so people are gonna be they're gonna be interpelled. That's not the right word. That has nothing to do. This not. Uh, yeah, they're gonna be called to this type of music with human features.
non-stupid brains, and people, who aren't bots can culturally come together and convene and have actual discourse and share music and share ideas and share art, again, in an AI free space where we're not being constantly inundated with Lady Gaga, Chapel Roan, Justin Bieber remixes where they sing the Charlie Kirk song. I mean, if you go on
Ah,
YouTube,
that's
the
bad.
website you
Or just normal songs sung by SpongeBob.
are on right now, there are already hour-long videos on here of just nothing but AI generated Juice World music, and people actually fucking listen to it. And again, if you think this shit is like inescapable now, it's going to get so much worse once the labels have figured out how they're going to get pennies or fractions of pennies off of every single time one of this, AI slop pieces of shit based on their content gets streamed. Once they figure that out and they're basically a-okay with this happening, not only are they going to do everything they can in their power to push it, but for sure anybody willing to prompt this stuff all day and post it, they're going to catch a little bit of, like, a fraction, a piece of the pie, which will incentivize enough idiots to make as much fucking AI Lil Peep music as they possibly can. Guys, again, this is not good.
I mean, we saw a scam shop on TikTok, which had very, very successful videos.
Good. I feel like all the AI bullshit slop that we have been hating so much, and I know, frankly, a lot of you are tired of hearing about, we're just at the start of what this is going to be. And while personally, I don't predict that this is going to, like, destroy music and destroy the world
Most
forever
likely
and
not.
completely take over and, ruin life and mankind as we know it, I do think it is going to be a lot like, a dark period and a storm that a lot of us are going to have to weather and figure out as many ways as we personally can in our own lives, shut it off, block it, ignore it, and just focus on things that are actually worth your time and worth your attention. Focus on real art, real creativity that actually moves us, because this is exactly what big corporations and the labels and rights holders have been wanting to do, dying to do. Find out like the ultimate way to cut out the artist entirely and simplify their whole business model by just creating stuff that will grab people's attention out of thin air. And it's going to be on to us to not only foster communities and business models where people who are making actually good stuff, authentically good stuff, and making it themselves, create communities and spaces where those people can thrive, but also do everything that we can to make sure that like most of our attention is not being stolen away by, all of the AI slot bullshit that
This is pretty bad. I mean, it happened to me. I've had a couple of videos. I've been just listening to it for a few minutes, and then I noticed that it's just a whole bunch of shit, and I go to see the channel and it's just a whole bunch of shit. I mean, you're not you have to have your guard up almost all the time. It's crazy.
for sure is going to be wild and out there and attention grabbing. So attention grabbing, it's going to be hard to ignore all the time,
Yeah,
but it is going to be a test of fortitude to actually
exactly.
focus on and seek out music and art that is worth our time. Just ignore the noise, push it to the side, and be good, capable stewards of artistry and creativity, and then reassess once, I don't know, all this bullshit is over and this bubble has popped and this nightmare is over. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Hopefully, you guys, I don't know, aren't too freaked out and are maybe encouraged, because I think once the labels and I think once Disney and other rights holders allow like the tap to just be opened on this stuff, it's going to create a flood. And it's a flood.
It is, but I'm very interested in seeing what people are actually going to do with Disney's characters, because maybe if it gets bad enough, they're not gonna do that. Companies are not gonna do that. So it is your duty to make the worst possible shit with Mickey Mouse and other Disney
You don't
characters.
want to get caught up in, believe me. I think that's all I have to say for now. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. Hit that up or a link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony
Bro, that was freaking great.